Hi guys, good to see you back on the channel, back in front of this damn camera. And today I'm going to talk about Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2 and Volume 1 as well. So I have a lot of thoughts. Let's start with Volume 1. I personally think that Volume 1 was pretty much perfect. It was the perfect setup for Season 5. It was the perfect setup for this final season. It felt final. And especially Episode 4, Sorcerer, with Will's arc was incredible. Well written, well acted. It was perfect. Just perfect. Not much else to say about Volume 1. It was great. And then Volume 2 came. And a lot of people had thoughts on Volume 2. A lot of people complained about Volume 2. I watched Volume 2. I didn't go on YouTube or anywhere else before watching it. And I loved it. I just loved Volume 2. There was no problem in my eyes. The only thing I didn't like was the end of Episode 7. But that was my problem. It wasn't the problem of the Duffer Brothers or someone else. It was my problem. I expected a big reveal or something big to happen in the end of the episode. And it didn't. We got a cliffhanger some way, somehow. But not a really big one, a shocking one. And that's why I didn't really like it. But that's just my problem. That's not their problem. And the same thing happens right now. A lot of people expected too much from this volume. They wanted people to die and they wanted it to be really dark. Things don't need to be dark. There doesn't need to be a death to make the season dark. That's not the only thing that can make something dark. I think Dustin's fight was pretty dark, if you can say it that way. I loved that scene. I loved their fight. I loved the gentle breakup. I loved everything else. I loved Will's coming out. There are a lot of people who don't like it. I don't know, but I like it personally. Say what you want. I loved the Season 5 soundtrack so far. It has some great tracks. It's not perfect. It's not the best soundtrack Carl Dixon and Michael Stein ever put out, but it's still a very good soundtrack. It's working very well. I put out some tracks that I really liked. We're going to get the full track list soon with the 95 tracks being released officially. So that's great news. So after you have heard my thoughts on Volume 1 and 2, let's look at your thoughts on Volume 2. I got some people commenting on my post that shared their thoughts, so let's read them out. I'll start with the obvious one, Caden's cut. I enjoyed 5 a lot. He enjoyed 5 a lot, so the Episode 5, I think, yeah. The sequence with Will going through Vecna. Through Vecna, you mean talking through Vecna maybe? That was great. I loved that scene as well. To help Max and Holly was amazing, yes. Escape from Camazotz had the best acting and was my favorite overall. Great, I would agree, totally. And Jonathan, Nancy, and Dustin and Steve were the highlight of this episode. Episode 7 was okay for me. Of course, also Holly and Max for Ep 6 was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It felt more like Sab. Yes, it was pretty slow moving, pretty setting up and filler. Okay, yeah. Some scenes were a bit filler style. I think most of the moments actually were pretty important. Explaining the plan, Will coming out, pretty important moments. And Kelly, yeah, Kelly's not the best character to ever be in the show, but I think that's an important part and that will be important in the final, their plan. And filler for the final, then what was necessary. Yes. Then we got Quick R6T. I loved Volume 2. It was perfect. Just perfect. Yes. It had its flaws, but it doesn't deserve that much hate. GPS Game 457. Volume 2 is actually pretty good. And that's right. It's actually pretty good. People don't see it. I see it. I hope you see it as well. And if you don't, then watch it again. Polo Life style GR cinema. Better than the haters complaints, and that is completely right. There are a lot of people hating, especially on episode 7, and it's getting bad ratings. It's now the worst rated episode of Stranger Things of all time, behind The Lost Sister. That's crazy. Think about it. That's crazy. The episode wasn't better. It wasn't that bad. Okay? This is just ridiculous what's happening right now, right here. Dusty Bun 3435. Ep 7 could have been more epic. The rest was fine. Yeah, I would say Ep 7 is the problem. And if they had released this together with the final episode, then I think episode 7 wouldn't get that much hate. So it's a bit of the problematic right here, the volume release style. So thank you guys for commenting on the video. You're just the best. And that's it. That's the video. That are my thoughts. Hope you share yours in the comments. Big shout out to everyone who commented, especially Caden, of course. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. I hope you have a great day and see you after volume 3. Then I'll make another video where I sit in front of this camera. Until then, radio silence. Maybe some of the tracks from volume 2. Let's see. Bye.